Good afternoon, Osseo Junior High students. Welcome to our second official flipped classroom. Today we talked about surface area in class, and what you see on the screen before you is a way to help you remember the formula. In 6th hour today I had some students that said, Mrs. Richter, there's got to be a way, or a student I should say, there's got to be a way that I can remember that formula. So we started brainstorming, and I want to say a big thank you to Samantha who got the ball rolling, and Maddie who came up with our pandas hugging. So what they came up with, that smiles, the S, equals 2 babies plus pandas hugging. And that makes perfect sense. How can you not look at those little babies yipping in each other's ear and those hugging pandas? And it just brings to mind surface area. I know. That's probably not what you're thinking of, but that's a way to help you remember. So using that formula, I also want to talk about this book that was left in my classroom, and I have been trying to find the rightful owner. So what I decided today is that if nobody claims this book, House of Hades, from my desk, I'm going to wrap it up and give it to one of my sons for a birthday present because they're both coming up. But before that, I need to figure out how much wrapping paper I need. It is a rectangular prism, and I am going to sketch what it looks like sitting on my desk and how much wrapping paper I'm going to need. So to draw this three-dimensionally, I am going to go like this and draw the dashed line in the back, and that one goes up there and here. So when I measured it today, it went across the bottom as 15 centimeters, and it was 22 centimeters this way and 5 centimeters this way. Now the formula that you see works for all prisms, including cylinders, but all I need to do is determine which one I want to have it be the congruent bases, and I've got lots of different choices. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this one right here. I'm going to make this my congruent bases, and I'm going to start from there. So what I need to do is start with my formula. S equals 2 times the area of that base. It's 15 by 5. So 15 times 5 plus the perimeter of that same rectangle. 15 plus 5 now is 20, and then finish it off for a perimeter of 40, and then multiply by how tall the prism is. Now some of you look at this and say, that's not how tall it is. It looks like it's 5 centimeters tall. But since I've already used that height of 5 centimeters, I'm not going to reuse that number. I have to make sure that I include from the front to the back or the top to the bottom, and that is my height times 22. And your calculator can handle all of that. If you go ahead and you multiply that all together, you'll get a surface area of 920 centimeters squared. So when I go to the store to get the wrapping paper, I want to make sure that my label says that this will cover for sure 920 centimeters squared, because when the kids were little and I'd run out of wrapping paper, I'd just kind of sneak it on the bottom so that there wasn't, so they couldn't see what it was. But now they're getting smart, and if they know if mom doesn't have enough wrapping paper, that I leave it open on the bottom and they can try to guess what their birthday presents are. So we don't want that to happen. Let's talk about a couple of different ones that we had in class today. So we talked about the triangular prism, and we also, some of my classes got to the cylinder. So let's review. What we can do is we can take a look at finding the surface area of any prism by using a net, which you'll see now was happening with this triangular prism for those of you who like that, or we can use the formula for this one. I am getting better at using the formula, so you will see that I'm going to first identify what this is, a triangular prism. And also, it has congruent faces in the front and the back. That's what I'm going to use for my formula. So the answer just got up there for a second. I'd like for you to try to find the surface area of this one, making sure that you use S equals 2B, 2 babies, plus hugging pandas or pandas hugging, and find that same answer of 384. Either way, pause the recording at any time to work through that. Remembering that the area of the base is what you want to find, the two congruent faces. That is what you want to find. Okay, welcome back. Here is our cylinder. Now again, the top and the bottom are going to be my congruent faces. So I'm going to have to find the area of those circles for the base. And I'm going to use the height of 20. So again, that formula equals smiles, S equals 2b plus pH. You have to find the area of the circle using the radius of 8, and then you have to find the circumference of the circle and multiply that by 20. Please pause the recording and try to find the correct answer for number 3. The correct answer is 1,407.4 inches squared. That is all I have for you this evening. The snow evening, some of you might have to go out and shovel to make sure. Tomorrow in class, we will practice finding surface area, and I will also introduce you how to find the surface area of a pyramid. And so that's something you can start thinking about. Have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.